Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Stuart here from Spain Speaks. Out on the road again today, deciding to do a walking type blog. Haven't done one of these for a while, just around the local neighborhood so you can check out some of the sites. Of course, now we are out of the state of alarm, but according to all reports, we're not out of the woods yet. There's been a few outbreaks over the last couple of days, and the government is worried that the situation is going to get out of control, but hopefully that's not going to happen. But again, we'll wait and see. For example, there's been one outbreak in a place called Huesca. They're also worried about a place in Catalonia as well, Lleida, and the place in Huesca has gone back to phase 2. So the phase system hasn't disappeared. Phase 2 again for that particular area in Huesca, and we'll wait and see if other places also suffer a similar problem to Huesca at the moment. Because it's early days, unfortunately. We don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know if the situation is under control from a health point of view. And that's going to be one of the big issues for the whole summer, I imagine. Now, it's a hot day today. Going to get up to 35 in some areas, perhaps even hotter. But not many people on the streets. Just going to try and find some shade. Obviously, I've got my cap on because of the heat. As I said, getting up to about 35 today. Heat wave in the whole of Spain, apparently. Even hotter in some other places down there in Andalusia, which get the extreme heat. And I'm on my way to the bank, get a bit of cash. Even though we're in a cashless society, more or less nowadays, you still need a little bit of cash for basic things. And I was going to have a coffee, but it's a bit too hot for that, so I think I'll have a beer. Might go and get myself a canya. So as I was saying, hot weather. It's going to be interesting to see whether this virus propagates with the hot weather. That's one of the issues that we don't know yet. As I said, a couple of outbreaks around the place, so not good from that point of view. Now I'll just give you a look at a residential neighborhood here in Spain. We've got, or in Madrid at least, we've got a high school over here. Let's see if we can get a view of that. There we go, there's a school for you here. Plenty of weeds in the garden, as we can see, not really looked after. And of course, this school would have been shut down for the last 3 months. Went to some type of online learning, no doubt, and that obviously wouldn't have been the most successful system in the world. So that's where we're at the moment regarding the virus. A couple of outbreaks around Spain. The government's nervous. Of course, they have to open up the economy. That's the big problem that they have. How do they balance the health issue with the economy and allowing people to cross the border? I said yesterday in the video that not a lot of people were crossing the border, not a lot of people coming into the airports, not a lot of activity yet. People obviously staying away from Spain. And can't really blame them. Lots of people deciding to holiday at home this year, which is a pretty good idea. And those that are going to make the adventure to a foreign country, obviously Spain could be one of those. Greece, obviously, Italy, Portugal. Those are the countries where people normally go to in Europe, Croatia as well. People that are looking for some sun, because let's be honest, if you want to go to the beach, the UK is not the best place in the world. And neither is sunny Ireland. So that is why people come to places like this. Now we've also seen a few outbreaks in Melbourne, Australia over the last couple of days. Very, very nervous situation there. They're also debating the use of masks. As you can see, I'm not wearing mine until I get into a busy area. A woman just walked past with a mask on, but I'm going to wait until I get into the more crowded area. And of course, if I go into the bar, I'm going to need to wear a mask. So we'll see what happens there. And this could also be one of the first Spanish lessons that you get as well for people that are looking to learn the language, how to order a drink in a bar in Spain. I suppose you already know basic things like that, but I'll show you the way that I do it, and normally don't have a problem. So now I'm in an area where it's a little bit harder to maintain the distance. There's a few banks up here, different businesses, bars, restaurants, and a lot of people have got masks on around this area here. And of course, a little bit uncomfortable to be wearing the mask here. I look like I'm going to rob a bank, but that's not my intention. I'm just going to withdraw some money from the ATM. But a little bit suspicious at the moment with the mask on, the sunnies and the cap. So I'm not surprised that there's going to be an increase in crime in the future, as you've got the perfect way to conceal your identity here. All right, now got the cash, time to go and have a beer. It is absolutely boiling hot. I'm melting here at the moment, so go and have a nice cold beer. Got to put the mask on for that, of course, when you go into these places. And it's just over here behind me. I don't know if you can see it, just over here. And we'll go and check it out. Haven't been in there for 3 months, of course. They've been closed. So let's go and check it out and see what it's like and see if we can get a beer. The atmosphere, people sitting outside, nice and separated. Hola, ¿qué hay?
Hola, buenos días.
¿Qué tal? ¿Pones una caña?
¿Una caña?
Sí. ¿Aquí se puede estar ya? ¿Se puede estar en barra ya?
Sí, en barra o ahí, donde quiera.
Vale, pues ahí me pongo, ¿vale?
Perfecto.
Estaba cerrado un buen rato, ¿no?
Pues un ratito, sí.
¿Y qué tal ahora? ¿Bien? ¿De la familia bien? ¿Tu madre bien? Sí. All right, there we go. The famous caña. Have a little tapita, as we can see here. Some chips.
¿Podrías poner a acabar en unas pocas aceitunas, por favor?
Cheers. Venga, hasta luego.
Hasta luego, que pases buen día.
Igualmente. All right, so there's the caña done and dusted. Nice cold beer. Now on my way home, you can see still got the face mask on because I'm in one of these areas where there could be a 1.5 meter distance rule problem, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Of course, as soon as I turn the corner, we should be okay. All right. Time to take the mask off. Hot day, a little bit uncomfortable wearing it, to be honest. Now, I've just got to get up this hill, so I'll probably be puffing and panting. Now, as I was saying before, Australia's a bit of a worry at the moment. Melbourne's gone into a state of panic. The Football League, the Aussie Rules Football League, the AFL, has been also thrown into panic as one player tested positive. One player. And of course, they don't know what to do about that situation yet. Various outbreaks in different places, and they're getting worried in Melbourne. Perth, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. Seem to be not many cases there, and the Premier's even talking about getting 50,000 people back into stadiums. So a little bit of populism going on in Perth at the moment, or Western Australia. And of course, what's the situation like here? Well, we're going to have to wait and see whether the economy picks up, whether tourists decide to come back to the country. That's going to be the big question. And it's all about keeping the virus under control. But again, I don't know how easy that is going to be to do, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this one plays out over the next few months. Yesterday, day number 100. Today, number 101. I might have to change the numbering here now since we've gone out of that state of alarm. Maybe this could be post state of alarm video number 1. We'll see about that. We'll see how the numbering goes. All right, so I'm nearly home. I'll start to wrap the video up. Questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, most likely. Hasta luego.